want to start by thanking all the residents of Phillipsburg who have reached out in cooperation and support during the last 3 years. It's an honor to work together to improve our community. I also want to thank the Phillipsburg and Warren County Democratic parties for their unanimous endorsement of myself and my two outstanding running mates. The past few days have been clearly very difficult for my family. Matter of fact, the past year and a half has been very difficult for my family. It is my sincere hope that the campaign can move forward on the issues for all the people involved, as well as for the well-being of our community. My family and I love Phillipsburg and wouldn't be here if we didn't want to be part of this community to see it prosper and thrive. I ran for mayor and I am seeking re-election for one reason: to restore economic prosperity to Phillipsburg and bring back our town from years of neglect and decline. We are making real progress. My administration worked with the initial owner of the Ingersoll Rand site, Opus KTV, and the NJDEP to fast-track the brownfield permit process. The importation of contaminated soil to the site was also halted. We successfully negotiated to remove the town ownership of 2 parcels that contain hazardous waste. Now the site was sold to a new owner. Bridgepoint Construction will continue to work. We will continue to work with them as they develop the site. I am also working with the partners to develop a training program for the supply chain industry to ensure that Phillipsburg residents are prepared to take advantage of employment opportunities when that facility opens. We're going to be a little selfish. We have kept taxes as flat as possible. And we will continue to do so. We have obtained hundreds of thousands of dollars in grant money to address our infrastructure problems at no cost to the taxpayers. We are attracting new businesses and investment and have worked with state and federal governments to ensure programs that allow us to offer incentives to attract that investment. We are a waterfront community with built-in tourism attractions. And if we keep moving forward, we can transform our town into a regional destination and provide local jobs to our residents. This vision for Phillipsburg should be one that unites us across the board. We have to ask our opponents who oppose the revitalization and rebirth of our business communities, why will you work against this? The opportunities are right here before us. We should be working together towards prosperity of our community, not working against each other to tarnish our reputations and embarrass our town. We have to ask, who benefits from a successful Phillipsburg and who profits from failure? It's an interesting question because I can't figure it out. We have chosen to have this event at the library because this local library, walkable, accessible to our residents, is a symbol of choice of the voters, and they'll make that decision in June and November if it does come to referendum. I fought to save this library for our community while my opponents have wanted to shut it down and force our residents to drive out of town and out of county facilities for services they need. This library provides affordable internet to families, well, free internet to families who do not otherwise have access to it. It is here for our residents who do not have transportation to an out-of-town facility. We have to ask ourselves what kind of leadership supports the closing of community library and what kind of leadership fights for it. I am challenging my opponents right now to stop the ugliness that is tearing apart our community and embarrassing us to the rest of the state. I challenge them to run a campaign based on honest and civil disagreement and issues. Remember, we're the second poorest town in the greater Lehigh Valley, and that didn't happen overnight. Something that really you got to ask yourself how that happened. When you have Allentown, Bethlehem, and Easton, the 5th largest economic development region in the United States of America, you have to ask that question. We're the 18th poorest in the state. Our residents deserve the opportunity to grow, prosper, and with your support, this is possible. I thank you all for being here today, and I can guarantee you that I love the challenges that we're going to be faced with but I feel very confident with these two opponents, or these two campaign people next to me, it's going to happen. Thank you very much.